Good morning, everyone. This is the 3-card spread I'm doing for June 10th, 2028. Welcome to my morning-ish. And if you haven't already, while I'm shuffling the cards and pulling them for us today, maybe take a minute and just let yourself be aware of where you're seated. Take a minute to listen for the silence underneath all the sounds that are going on around you, so that you can be receptive to what these cards might mean to you specifically. The first card that we're pulling is Faith. Faith is a process, a creative evolution. Faith is linked to the internal experience of spirituality rather than the external experience of religion. Faith develops as we move inwards into deepening self-awareness and the understanding of our own spirit. What a great card to start with for today. So, as you know, for those of you who've been here, that is just asking you to consider. The card is presented with different statements on it. It's not telling anybody that this is the truth they must believe. It's there to generate some reflection. Okay? Ooh, now, the intentional energy that you're being asked to embrace, the attitude and the energy that goes along with it is, why not? Who said so? Set yourself free from internal rules that say no. Set yourself free from the external faces you imagine enforce these no's. Take note of what and who they are, but then say yes to yourself. So that's really interesting too, because this is talking about self-knowledge and awareness and journeying inward, and this is asking you to look at or to take on the energy of somebody who is not letting somebody's face, somebody's memory, somebody's rules dictate. This is about you being set free, or you setting yourself free. Now, the last card that comes from the action pack to help bring all of this into awareness that's relevant to you is drop the weight. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so drop the weight. Run through your mind and notice any tasks that create anxiety, stress, a feeling of avoidance. If there are many, make a list. Notice how heavy, sluggish, or contracted you feel as you zero in on them. Choose just one to tackle. As you take care of one, notice the lifting of heaviness. Now you're dropping the emotional weight. Breathe in the sensation. So that's an interesting combination of cards, because dropping the weight can be, again, why not? Who says so? That energy is really basically saying you can do whatever you want. And that's the energy they're asking you to embrace. So can you today take a look at the things that are stressing you, either for this particular day or in general, and look at, as you take on this energy of who says why not, or who says so why not, does that change your ability to do the things, to actually look at the list, but also to do any of the things on the list that takes off the stress? Because you might find as you do this that you are discovering a part of yourself that has held on to the need to struggle or be stressed. We don't really know. But if we were, again, just to make this really simple, today, consider what faith means to you. And notice how it shows up in the day, because often with these cards, what I'll notice is I may not think that the concept of faith has anything to do with what's relevant to me today specifically, but then I might find that it comes up in conversation with other people, or all of a sudden I'll find a brilliant article or something like that that comes across my desk or my community that makes me look at that in a different way. Then the why not, who says so? Oh my gosh, that can even go back to the faith card. Is there something controlling you in any of these ways? And how can you drop the weight? And what's really interesting too is you might notice, I love this, because as you do this, again, the idea is to let them speak to you. This is not me telling you or spirit telling you what you should or should not do. As I look at it though, I can consider what the different combinations might be. And when I look at faith and drop the weight, I can look at that and say, has faith been a burden for you? Has your view of faith or your perception of faith been something that has troubled you or that you've struggled with that has been a stressor for you? And if so, why? Is it a faith perhaps that you were raised with that you've outgrown? Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe you're just learning to have faith in yourself, and that allows you to drop the stress and take on the attitude of, I can do anything I want. Okay? Oh, that's cool. I'm going to leave you with that. I hope this is interesting for you. And remember, these are all going to be stored on the channel so that even if this is not relevant for you today or you don't have time, there's going to be a library of videos there for you to use where you can just look at what the headings on the cards are and see if any of them tweak for you that day. Okay? So this is not just presenting you with something today, it's helping build a library so you can have access to working with the cards without actually having the deck. I'm going to leave you with that. Much love. Have a great day.